Hello viewers, Max here. Welcome to Sunday Math. I want to keep this short and keep out any quote-unquote inappropriate language so that there's no extra room for confusion. Kelly Powers, please quit acting like a pansy. Your 3-hour-long sulk sermon wasn't because of Trent's quote-unquote inappropriate language, but the fact that he came up with a good question that stumped both you and Ryan. I know some Protestant Christians who would flatly condemn Trent's version of sodomy on the basis of Scripture, and it's not that hard. Throw in natural law, which is literally defined by the Catholic Church as moral law, which can be revealed by reason. And it isn't hard to see that any lustful act is gravely sinful and inherently gay. And the sexual act becomes lustful when intentionally deprived of its God-given, procreative, and unitive purpose. This would include, in the interest of avoiding inappropriate language, plugging into the wrong socket. Regardless of whether or not the vow is made, the socks are on, or the door is closed. There's nothing wrong with saying, "I'm not sure, I'll have to get back to you on that," in any debate, especially when future correspondence with your opponent is anticipated. This is why I like debating this stuff with friends and coworkers rather than random people on the street or on the internet. There's less of an urgency to say the right thing before you leave, especially if it's not broadcasted online. Humane Vitae doesn't exist because Pope Paul VI had some new revelation that straight married couples were doing gay stuff behind closed doors. But the general population was just unsure if contraception was even a sin. And it was extremely prevalent because of globally spread propaganda, citing overpopulation and quote-unquote responsible parenthood as a justification for contraception and abortions. This so starved the world of common sense that the world's biggest soup kitchen had to open up the gates of heaven to put it back on the menu. To the point of hypocrisy and scandal that your lovely assistants ChatGPT and Grok cited. This isn't you trying to debate the validity of the magisterium, but throwing mud against a wall to see what sticks. Priests and authority figures caught in violation of the law doesn't automatically negate their authority to offer sacrifice or enforce the law, nor does it disprove the law that they enforce. This is an ad hominem fallacy and the heresy of Donatism. The tragic reality is that shepherds who prey on their sheep is nothing new, nor unique to Catholicism. And we can probably expect it until Judgment Day. It was scorned and prophesied by Peter, Paul, and Jesus himself, and he had some tough words about their eternal fate. The irony here is that you're calling Trent a hypocrite, not for committing sodomy, but clearly defining and condemning it. You have not provided proof, not a clip, writing, nor AI hallucination of Trent Horn, or any of his colleagues for that matter, sweeping for the abominable abuses you brought up on screen, but asserted that he is a hypocrite because he condemns the very acts that they're committing. This is the exact word fallacy. You can't even tell me the names of every priest and bishop in those examples because they're aggregate summaries, presenting minimal information such as counts and abuse types. Are you saying that it's Trent's burden of proof to condemn them one by one? I know your day job is basically the Christian version of a drama tuber, but you need to grow a backbone for curveball questions and not act like a pansy when a guest stumps you in a debate. That's all I got for today. Remember, God made you special and he loves you very much. Goodbye.